Share your screen with my audience. No, thank you. Not at the moment. Okay, so I'm supposedly on YouTube. So let's go on to YouTube on my computer and see if I'm indeed live streaming on the tubes. I'm indeed live on the tubes. Can I hear myself talking? Oh, I sure can. Look at that. Horrible audio. What's that noise? Of course, the moment I mention it, it stops. I would say it's feedback, but it's oddly consistent, whether I talk or not. I'm already trying to pick up the audio conversation next door from the person in the office next to me. Okay, let's just go off of YouTube because now I know it's working. I need to know if that echoing is going on YouTube somewhere else. Actually, what I can do, set up my handy dandy. Bring my mic. Shoot, are both my main mics at home? See, this is the thing about having content creation stuff. This would be simple if I actually paid for the software and I could, no, actually, I can't, even with the software, I can't live stream multiple platforms because on Instagram, I need 10,000 followers to be able to do that multiple things at one time. No clue how that works on YouTube. TikTok, I still don't think I have enough because it tries to make me verify something, which I can't get with more subscribers. I can live stream. I can't get a unique live stream code. So everyone here is just watching me figure this out. But that's why I'm live streaming like this right now. Because eventually I'll do constant live streams and I'll know what I'm doing and I'll have a pre-planned show. I'm just trying to figure out how live stream stuff works. And if you have any questions, I want to answer because so far nothing on YouTube, nothing on Instagram, and TikTok. We're just chilling. We're chilling on every platform thus far. I don't have my mic, my nice microphone, which even if I did have it, I don't connect it on one of the devices. Oh, yeah. Did my dresser just break? Oh no. Did it break and break on live stream at that too? Okay, don't know what just happened with that. All right, Facebook. Let's see if we. Let's just have fun with this. Even on YouTube, there's supposed to be a way that I could. Well, I don't even know what model I'm live streaming in. Because in YouTube, I could live stream horizontally and vertically. But the fact that I don't think I even got that option, so I don't even know. I'm supposed to be able to live stream with both options, which means I will have to hop off one of my phones so I could test out the live stream what looks on YouTube. Or, Mom, I see you in the chat. If you can, I don't have access to this feature, you say. I don't know what feature that is. Hop on YouTube real quick on your phone and let me know. Or I guess you get to get a screenshot of what it looks like on your phone. If I'm well, so I know what format I'm live streaming on YouTube because I'm literally just experimenting right now. Oh, wait. So am I live streaming on there now? Oh, there goes Instagram. Now, complete post details. What details? Which? Oh. Hmm. Text a pic. Awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, my TikTok should be trying to reconnect. Did I just miss my TikTok feed? Because I'm frozen. Oh, it's letting me do stuff. I guess my screen just frozen. At least on my view. Let's see if it catches up. So it looks like it's going all right. So thank you for sending me the the uh, the screenshot of the YouTube. That's helping me test this out. So it looks like YouTube is going widescreen, but that doesn't answer the question if I'm doing horizontal. I'm not sure if it's going vertical, which I'm assuming it's not, which is not a big deal. Just trying it out. I don't really want to share to any groups. Okay. So I'm going to reset TikTok just for a second because it's frozen on my screen, so I'm not sure it's working. Okay, cool. Why can't I go monetization? I'm not monetized yet on. My gosh. YouTube, Facebook, you're making this very difficult. I just want a live stream. I don't need 1,001 settings. Why won't you let me go live? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Just go live. I just want to go live. Okay. So that's how I got it. Yay! Facebook is working. Now that I thoroughly have made a fool of myself on now 4 different platforms, hope you had a good laugh with getting me during this venture and trying to get all this equipment set up. So I'm now officially on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. But now I know how to stream multiple platforms. Whether this is working or not correctly, we'll see. We'll watch the playback on this. We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, cool. So I'm pretty sure Facebook's going to see this in a little bit, and they're going to laugh at me because I'm just talking to myself because that's public after I publish. Instagram, I don't know if it goes public after I publish. I don't think so. 95% sure it doesn't. So Instagram, I shouldn't see anything later. YouTube, I have the option to make it public afterwards or not. TikTok, I can save clips randomly that it lets me select, I believe, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Next step would be figuring out the mic situation. So on YouTube, I know it sounds funny because it's computer mic. I have my mic holder, which I'll put to my desk, and it fancily holds my mic at the perfect position, which I don't have my mic today. I do have my mic for my phone, but then, I mean, I can do that, be no problem. Then I'll be wearing a mic for one device. So, I mean, we'll get this figured out. A distraction from work, yes. I'm glad I could help you with that because why not? I got about an hour and a half before I have anything else productive to do, and I've already posted a YouTube video today. I have already created a short, haven't posted, be ready to post afterwards. I finished teaching class. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out this live stream thing because now I'm going to have fairly good amount of time in the mornings to live stream. So I'm probably going to start live streaming in the mornings. I want to wake up, head to campus, go in my office. That doubles as a studio. So I mean, once I get everything set up, it'll probably be more of that angle. I'm just kind of messing around with things. I'm trying to figure out how to live stream on multiple platforms without, I don't know, just playing around today. That was the point. Don't see no questions as of yet. But I'm just here making a fool of myself on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc., etc. I think what I'm going to do, and it depends on the day. So I like when people do live streams and they have music in the background. The only issue with doing that is TikTok does not care about music. Instagram and Facebook, I don't know if it cares about music or not, but I know YouTube does. YouTube specifically cares if I have music playing in the background. Some of it will be copyrighted, so if I do that, depending on the song, and may or may not be able to earn money from that live stream. However, there are some songs that are under a not fair use, but there's some I could use, but it doesn't demonetize my channel. Like I could use, well, that's kind of fair use. I could use it on my live stream and it won't dock me for monetization. And there's other ones that will split the revenue, but those aren't shorts. On live streams, though, I am not sure how that works. So that's going to be another experiment to see how monetization works in TV Live. So I have to do some research on that because I would love to play some music while live streaming. TikTok doesn't care. Facebook, Instagram, I have no clue if they care. I'm going to have to do some research on that. YouTube, I know cares. I'm just not sure. I know how it works on shorts. No, I take that back. Let me hop into my. I'm live streaming on my YouTube, so can I live stream and look at my analytics at the same time? Let's try that. So if anybody has a better idea how live streaming works when it comes to music and YouTube, let me know. Because I may have to compile. If there are songs that I could use without it demonetizing my channel, I need to make a list of those songs so I could play those songs while live streaming. And if you're interested in how much money you can make on YouTube, I'll be making a video on that in the next week or so, depending on what my analytics show. Because it looks like I might receive my first paycheck from YouTube starting next month. So that will be cool. Nothing life-changing, but a few bucks, I'll definitely take it for sure. My current live stream is monetized. But older live streams, some are monetized, some are not because of copyright issues. But I'm pretty sure, so let's see what. So the ones that were demonetized, ineligible, see details. What's probably going to have to happen is I'm going to go through every single one of my live streams that I've done so far and listen to them, see what songs have played in them, and whether if it was copyright strike or not. Because if it was copyright strike on it, then I know I can't play that song live stream. If the song was playing in the background, it was not copyright striked. I could add that list of songs I could listen to while live streaming, so I could have music. I'll definitely do that. Definitely do that. My next cruise is a long ways away from now, which feels like an eternity, which is going to be on the MSC Seascape, which I was hoping to be on the event coming up November 9th, to where the first selling of MSC out of Galveston. However, I am on the wait list to be able to go on that ship overnight, stay the night there, but does not look like I am going to be able to go on it because that's a November 9th event. It's 10/6. I'm still on the wait list. Odds are that another travel agent or media person is going to book or cancel this close. It's not very high, but it is possible, but I don't know how many people are ahead of me. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get on the MSC Seascape before my cruise in spring break of 2026. I'm hoping to do that. I really am. We'll see if I can. If not, I'm trying to get a ship tour video, or be able to go on a ship tour of it, ideally, to at least get a video of it before that cruise. But that one is off the Seascape, going out of Galveston to Roatan, Honduras, going to Cozumel, Mexico, as well as Costa Maya. And the Cozumel is going to be like a classic day. What I always do in Cozumel, Mr. Sancho's. I'm going to one of those parts. I thought about trying a new one, but on that one, I'm going with some family, and they haven't been on a cruise before. I mean, they have been on, well, some of them have been on a cruise, some of them haven't. So we're kind of going to just play it safe, go Mr. Sancho, instead of exploring a new all-inclusive resort. And then for Costa Maya, I'm not sure if anybody has been to Costa Maya yet, but I'm going to go do the Crazy Lobster. So if you've been on Crazy Lobster, let me know. Let me know what to order from there, because that will be my first time there. Last time at Costa Maya, I stayed in the port. This time I am actually going to Crazy Lobster, exploring the beach, and see what else is there. Because last time we stayed in port again, the tourist spot, stayed in the pool, we didn't really explore. We're just kind of keeping it safe, staying near the ship because, well, I don't know why. Recently, I feel like paying for an excursion. It was a free pool, so why not? So the Crazy Lobster, I heard great things about it. So if you have been to the Crazy Lobster, let me know. Um, then in Roatan, we are doing a beach excursion. I can't remember exactly what it's called or where it's going to. My wife actually figured out where it was going to because it off of MSC, and they haven't. MSC has not sailed out of Texas as of yet. So I don't know exactly which beach they use. If it's the same as the Royal Caribbean, that's what my wife says. Well, it looks like when she found it on TikTok. I seen it. I can't remember what it's called to look it up again. Also, don't know how MSC, which I'm actually going to be on a conference call with MSC tomorrow. So I'm going to ask them how they plan to deal with the drink package out of Texas. Because the cruise that I'm going on out of MSC Seascape, it includes the alcohol package. So if you're looking for a cruise out of Galveston, MSC Seascape, and includes Wi-Fi and drinks in the package and kids sale free. So it's a super cheap cruise. If you were to book it by yourself, last time I priced it out, you're going to spend a few hundred, a few thousand more than you would if you book it through me, because I have some exclusive rates on there. Because I have a group booking going on that cruise because I'm booking so many rooms. They give me special discounts. So if you want to be added to that, let me know. I'll have just go to my it's whatever social media platform you're on. Go to my website, book with me, and you'll I'll have the link in my description on some of these social media. So that's another thing I need to keep in mind on social media platforms. Again, y'all are just seeing me think out loud now I'm live streaming. I have to make sure to link to my booking form is there. It should be on TikTok. Facebook might. Instagram, I don't know. YouTube, I know it does on my homepage. Oh, the map behind me, that is, I got that off of Amazon. And actually, what I need to do, I can add that to my Amazon store real quick, and I can actually send you the link to that. But what I started doing is, as I did reviews of countries and ports that I've been to, I started scratching them off. So state by state level, I've been to more states and scratched off a map. I just haven't done a YouTube video about them yet. So that's why they're not scratched out. So there's a few more states I need to scratch off. So that will slowly start filming. I think a lot of the Caribbean ports that I've been to have actually done reviews on them. But that I'll call for Amazon. And actually, if you give me a few minutes, I'll add it to my Amazon store. And if you go to my profile, you will see it. Scratch. I'll add it to my travel store here in a moment. So give me a minute. I'll add this map. I have to try to make sure this is the exact one I'll order because sometimes there's a few options. Give me a second. That one seems kind of expensive. I know there's one. There's some that are cheaper that I see on here, but they don't come with the frame that hangs it up. So, the one I got has that frame. So I'm going to travelization. I don't know why I don't have this on my Amazon store already. Oh, maybe the magnetic thing is sold separately, maybe? Oh, no, it's like it's included. So yeah, it looks like it's included. So I'm adding it to my Amazon store right now. Add to the list. Cruise Essentials. Add it. Amazon. Okay, so if you're still on YouTube, go to my you may or may, depending on how you're viewing YouTube, you if you're doing it on an app on your phone, you won't be able to do both at the same time. So maybe it's to my directions, then try doing it. If you're on a computer, you should be able to open another tab and listen to as I talk. But if you go to my channel, my main channel page on YouTube, and you'll click on the page, like my little dude icon. You should see like the main page. Just say Deboska Vacations. It should have a list of links I have. So on my homepage. On those links, you'll see the first one is Cruise Essentials Amazon store. If you click on that link, it will now be the first map on the list. So that one comes with this simple frame. There are some other ones that I've seen like separately that have a big full round frames, but those are like another $20. So the one that I listed is the one with this frame, and to me, it looks just as good. But yeah, my goal is to have most of this map, if not all of it, scratched off. I would say all of it, but I know like North Korea, good luck getting to North Korea. Russia's having a lot of drama going on right now. Taiwan is scratched right here. You can't see it probably, but I did a review of Taiwan already. Australia, I didn't scratch off Australia, just the one state of Australia that I've been on. But I mean, I eventually want all those places scratched off. I don't count Germany because even though I was born in Germany, I don't really remember it, so I'm not counting that. So I'm gonna go back to Germany one day, so that's a good excuse to return. But yeah, I need to start working on those reviews. But that's where the map is at. And on that Amazon store, I have a bunch of like cruise/travel stuff on there. It's not a complete list, but it's a lot of the common stuff I take, and some of them are cruise line specific. So, like, there's like those princess bands that only work on princess cruises. The luggage tags, be careful which cruise line luggage tags you click on, because those are also cruise line specific. Some will fit Royal Caribbean luggage tags, but not Carnival, and vice versa. And worst case, if you do buy the luggage tag, you just fold your cruise thing in such a way that it'll fit regardless. But I have a lot of stuff on there that I bought, and all of these on that list are things I actually bought for myself. Because last thing I want to do is recommend something that you end up getting it and it's horrible. So I only added things to the list that I've actually personally bought myself. So the country I visit the most, I would say it's Mexico, just because it's nearby. So I'm in Texas, and I go to a lot of cruises. So Mexico is pretty much, if you're selling out of Galveston, is the closest country cruise port wise. So I do a lot of Mexico, specifically Cozumel. Pretty much every cruise I go to Texas stops by Cozumel. Used to be Progreso, but Progreso's a horrible port. They're my least favorite. So I would say Mexico's number one. Second's Bahamas. Let's see about third. Probably Jamaica. Probably my third most common Because that one, I've gone to Sandals Resorts. I've been on, I think, 2 or 3 cruises to Jamaica, and one resort flying in. So Mexico, Bahamas, Jamaica. Bahamas is only number one because you have Virgin Voyages Private Island there, which I've been there twice, which is in Bimini. I've been to Freeport there. I've been to Carnival's private island, Princess Cay, which out of the few private islands I've been to is probably my least favorite one. It's kind of really basic. Um, so Mexico by far is the most common one I have been to. I've been to Mexico before, not on a cruise. But it looks a lot prettier when you're on the cruise and you're near the cruise ports and touristy areas. No, the worst cruise part by far, I would say Progresso. Progresso is my least favorite port, so that one, there's just nothing there. I've done a lot of people agree. I did like what's the worst cruise port? A lot of people will say that. They'll say Nassau, which I've never been to Nassau, so I can't speak to it. Freeport is probably the second worst. Both those are very similar, but what makes Progresso worse than Freeport is Progresso is literally a commercial port, just like Freeport. However, there's nothing to do in Progresso unless you leave Progresso, do an excursion outside. And the town itself is just not very appealing, in my opinion. Usually I just stay on the port during that one. See, on YouTube or on Facebook, I can't have one comment. How do I see comments? Oh, it's my comments. So I think that's how live stream works on YouTube. No, I don't want your spam call. Bye. Bye, spam. Don't bother me. Cool. So I'll definitely have to keep an eye out and make a list of what songs I can play on YouTube. So TikTok doesn't care. Now, Taiwan was great. I loved Taiwan. I didn't take a cruise there. That's the one I did. I flew into Taiwan, and that was part of my MBA program for my master's. And that was tons of fun. There was very eye-opening in Taiwan because it's very Americanized. You would not expect it. Like a lot of the signs were American, so I could get around very easy. It was all English. I won't say all English. It was like half and half. So the road signs would be English and Taiwanese. I think they speak Mandarin is the main language. They don't speak. I can't remember if it's like Mandarin or Cantonese, which the main Chinese language they speak. But it's not even like the regular Chinese version, the equivalent, whatever it is. They have their own dialect too. So it's kind of like Mandarin or Cantonese. I don't know what it looks like which two. I'm just saying Mandarin just because that's the one I know. It's kind of their own dialects. So some of the words are the same, some are different. They also speak English. All the roadsides are in English. So I thought that was pretty cool. They were very friendly. So I mean, there's a lot of people I spoke to easily because they spoke English. And they taught me a few things in Chinese there, and I don't remember what it was. It's been so long. But as a country, I would definitely love to go again. It's such a long flight. And I think I may not go anytime soon. And when I do go to Asia again, it'll probably be to Japan. I want to see Japan. But again, I also want to see Australia again. But I'm not looking forward to the 18, 16-hour flight that it takes to get there. That's what's scary to me. It's a horrible flight. If only I could take a cruise across the ocean to do that. It may take me 30 days, but hey, let's do a Trans-Pacific cruise. I'm down for that. You see, I heard about that. Nassau has some port upgrades and it's gotten better. I seen one of the other people I watch, Professor Melissa on TikTok and YouTube, and she has said the same thing. If you haven't been there since the port upgrade, try it again. I've never been to Nassau ever, so I don't have nothing to compare it to when it comes to before and after. So I'm not opposed to it, but when I see that, it's not like, oh, I'm going for Nassau. It's like I'm going and it happens to go to Nassau. It's actually Margaritaville at Sea announced a new ship, the Beachcomber, and Michael in Nassau too. But I actually want to go on this inaugural sailing. If I remember correctly, this inaugural sailing goes out of Miami. I know that for sure. I think it goes to Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and one other place. But those two, I know for sure it goes to. But I think it probably goes there too. But I want to go on the Beachcomber.
You've been waiting for big news on Beachcomber.
Yes, I have been looking for big news on the Beachcomber. I actually want to go on it. St. Thomas, that's where it goes to as well on its inaugural sailing. I really wanted to go on that. More Beachcomber news in 15 hours and 3 minutes. Okay. So it looks like I'll probably make another video tomorrow morning about the big news coming about Beachcomber, which is going to be interesting because I actually have a webinar I'm attending with Margaritaville tomorrow. Dang, I'm busy. I have 2 webinars tomorrow. I chat with Margaritaville and with MSC. So 15 hours, that would put it at so at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning Central Standard Time, there's going to be another Margaritaville at Sea announced, which means I am coming straight after I wake up, do my morning thing. I'll be here in my office. I'll be recording another video tomorrow morning about whatever that news is. And I'll let y'all know. I'm excited for it. I want to know more about it. What's new about this ship? Because Margaritaville at Sea, shockingly enough, is actually my second favorite cruise line. My most favorite cruise line is going to be Virgin Voyages and Delta Only Cruise Line, which they just announced some price changes on how they price their cruises, which I did a video on the other day. But after that, it's actually Margaritaville at Sea. I really love the vibe, and it's weird to say that I prefer that over Carnival. I just like the vibe on Margaritaville at Sea, even though they don't have as the same level of ships. And they're smaller ships. I actually like the smaller ships. I'm not a big fan of the big ships. At least the biggest ship I tried was on Carnival or Jubilee. Amazing ship. It's just I didn't like the fact that I couldn't do everything that I wanted on the ship in 7 days, which is not a bad thing. It was kind of crowded, but I like the small ship. I guess I don't know why. I just do. I would definitely do the Jubilee again. I actually want to try the Icon class ship, which is the largest ship in the world. So I'm not opposed to big ships. I just prefer little ships. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to go on a big ship. I want to try the largest ship in the world. That would be tons of fun. I am down for that. I'm just not sure how much bigger you can make these cruise ships, because the bigger you make them, the less selection of ports you could go to, because there's a size limit when it comes to the size of ports. The bigger the ship is, less places you build a dock. That really restricts where you could go. Yeah, the Jubilee was nice. I regret not. Somehow I miss the roller coaster. I went on there, had every intention to go on the roller coaster, and somehow I missed it. Don't know how it happened. I did the theme park, what you call it, the zip line slash rope course, the rope course there. I was able to go over the water off the side of the ship, so that was a lot of fun. But I somehow missed the roller coaster, so I had to go again because I want to go roller coaster. And when I say I had to go again, I had to go like on the actual cruise. I can't do a ship tour because they want you to do the roller coaster on a ship tour. I actually have to go sell on it. No, I don't want spam. Stop spam calling me. I get so much spam calls because I started an LLC. And now everyone's trying to sell me business equipment and business financing and business this for my business. Only people I want to call in my business are the people who are booking a cruise. I don't want to talk about financing. I don't want to talk about the other stuff. I'm good when it comes to that. Just so you know, if you want to go to the inaugural selling of the Beachcomber on January 9th of 2027 through 20 or to 116, 7 nights, Eastern Caribbean, for 2 adults, 2 children is $2,500 plus gratuities, which is not bad at all. Or you can do 2 adults for roughly $1,500, which again, that is not bad at all. For that's not only is that a 7 day cruise, that's an inaugural selling cruise. Someone's gonna watch my kids in January of 2027. Yeah. Oh, what's gonna make the hardest? That's probably the first week of school for me, which means my bosses ain't gonna like me trying to skip the first week of school. It's either the first or second week of school. Second week of school is not so bad. If it's the first week of school, that's you're not gonna like that. If I want to be that inaugural, I can't go inaugural. What's how much is the second selling? Let's go second selling, just because it'll probably be a little cheaper. It's only $100 cheaper. At that point, I'm going to inaugural selling. That is a darn good deal. So who wants to go to Beachcomber? Let me know. I'll book you right now. I'm about to book myself. If they're gonna book myself, book someone else. Y'all let me know. $1,500 for 7 nights. Take off from Miami. 2 sea days. Dinner in St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. San Juan, Puerto Rico, which is my personal favorite port in all the Caribbean. That is my favorite, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then you end up at the Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, which is my second favorite port, followed by Sea Day and back to Miami. So 2 of my favorite ports. I'm going on that cruise. Whether I'm going to inaugural selling or a little bit after, I'm finding me a way. There's a way. Anybody else want to go on? We'll start a group cruise. I get a group cruise going and get some special discounts. Other one I was just talking about is Margaritaville at Sea. Their newest ship that's joined their fleet, the Beachcomber. The one I'm looking at leaves out of Miami, goes to St. Thomas, aka the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's Ricky Martin's hometown. Dominican Republic, Puerto Plata, I can't think of another famous artist that's got it there, but there's someone. But that's on the Beachcomber. That's their newest ship. They don't have much out on their newest ship. And that's probably what the webinar Margaritaville is having about tomorrow. They're probably going to make an announcement about more details on the ship. So I'm definitely going to be on that call tomorrow morning to figure out, see what they have to say. And I might have to make a video real quick about that ship. So I'll probably have a quick overview video of that tomorrow, maybe on TikTok. If it's something that's not so big, but if it's something with a lot of information, I will make a YouTube video on it, but it may take me a day to get it all recorded and posted and edited and all that stuff. So right now, they do have a deck plan for the Beachcomber. Look at that. Let's see what we got deck plan wise. It is going to be a 14 decks. So it's still a smaller ship, of course, but it's going to be a bigger, their biggest ship. Ooh, let's look at this deck plan. Let's see what we got. They do not have any names on these venues yet. All they have is icons of what it is. So, they're going to have the Stars on Water Theater, because that's what they call their theaters. Flip-flop bar, of course. And there is a food icon in the middle of the ship on the bottom floor. I wonder what's going to be there. It can't be a Burgers in Paradise, because that'll be near somewhere. So that's, they did say they're going to have new venues that's not on any of their ships yet. So that's probably one of their brand new videos that they have not venues and not announced yet. A prediction is on, there's going to be a coffee place on deck 4. The main dining room is going to be in the very back, 3, 4, 5. The piano bar is going to probably be there. You can't see my screen. Casino is probably going to be on deck 5. The deck 5 midship, that's definitely going to be a bar, but what kind of bar? Then you have the shops there. Oh, I am excited. Oh, that's probably going to be the Havana area. That would make sense. We'll see if I'm right about all this tomorrow. Then back of deck 9, it's going to be the adults only area. Then they're going to have the Tiki, Island Eats, the very back, of course, and their Tiki bar, buffet area. Also, this layout's going to be a lot different than their current ships. Then this would probably be one be the Line Shark, and the other one's probably going to be the 5 o'clock bar. But then where would their Mexican Cutie Cantina? Because that would make sense to be Mexican Cutie. So the bar's probably going to be over. Oh, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see tomorrow. I'm hoping they're going to put names to these venues. Unless they're moving up the Mexican Cutie Cantina up a deck. That's going to be the steakhouse. So they said they're going to have new places on this ship. I see probably maybe one new restaurant, I would guess, and probably 2 new bars. Would be my guess. I almost guarantee you I'm going to be wrong. Oh, there's another bar way up high on towards the top of the ship? Yes, 2027. January of 2027. That's probably the golf area. That's the... Okay. This is an old Costa ship, which means I could find the Costa Fortuna, I believe. Costa Fortuna deck plan. Because this is the ship that it used to be. Here's a Costa Fortuna. I actually need to look up some video of the Costa Fortuna. Because that's what the ship is going to be. Oh, yeah, this screams Carnival. This screams Carnival. If you don't know, Costa Cruise Lines is basically a subsidiary of Carnival Cruise Lines. Same parent company. Carnival owns Carnival Corporation owns tons of brands like Carnival Cruise Lines, the most popular one, Princess, Costa, P&O, and a few others. So the Costa Cruises pretty much follows a very similar, if not the same, outline as Carnival ships, which means this looks very familiar. Some of Carnival's older ships. But of course, Margaritaville is going to do it up all nice. And looking at the Costa ship, that it's going to be formerly known as, it looks like Carnival, but there's going to be some. Margaritaville is going to fix this up nice. Actually, the water slides and pool area on this looks pretty cool. But that's going to, there's a water fountain in the middle of the ship. I'm pretty sure it's going to be turned into a giant margarita mixer. I can tell it has a very big Italian vibe, but Margaritaville is going to make this. Oh, the Costa Fortuna has a ropes course on it. So does that mean Margaritaville is going to get a rope course? My prediction is no. Just because Margaritaville is more relaxed cruise line, that probably wouldn't be fit their branding as much, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do it because they are expanding out. But I don't think it would fit their branding. Doesn't mean they wouldn't do it. Although the pool on the Costa Fortuna looks bigger than pools on both of their other ships, so I am looking for that. That was a disappointment about it. Was their pool was kind of small, was very small on the Paradise. Islander was it was still small, even though it's only area. That's a little disappointing. Yes, the one that you're talking about out of Miami was in March, which means I need to at some point talk to you a little more about that specific one. Um, but I did find some ships off of that one, and just how many people are going to fit in a room is what the cost is going to be. It's going to be a little more of an expensive one because it is the largest ship on, or at the time of selling, depending on what ship you land on, it may or may not be the largest ship at that time. But I think the one you're looking at was possibly the Legend, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Legend was the one that didn't go to Jamaica, and that was going to be the largest one at the time of selling. And the Icon is what you're looking at. That goes out in March in 2027, and it does not stop in Jamaica, but it is still going to be one of the largest ships in the world. So you're going to be maybe a few feet shy, or a few tons shy of being number one. But it's the biggest class still. Marvel did an amazing job with their other ships, so I have high hopes. All right, into the Facebook live stream just to see what that one does. I really didn't get a standing desk here. It hurts my back if I sit too long. Ah. Hmm. All right. Let's start undoing these live streams one by one. So I ended the Facebook. All right. The Instagram. Do I save it? Does it save? Does it not save? What happens if I hit share? Create a reel out of your live stream. Let's name this testing live reel. So I have no clue how this is going to turn out. It does not look like a long one at all. Or it is going to be the longest reel of my life. This actually looks like this might be the full. That would be hilarious if somehow that recorded the full live stream on Instagram and posted. We're going to find out. I know YouTube does. So again, we're all here finding out how all this works. Me looking funny because I have no clue what I'm doing. But it'll be fine. See, that's why I want to be a full-time travel agent, so I could talk about cruising and planning, and that be work, so I'm never off task. Because if I can make being a travel agent and live streaming full-time job, then me dreaming about cruising and talking about cruising and planning cruising and booking cruises is always on task. See, then I'll never ever be off task. That's the goal. I would still teach though. I like teaching. That's a job I wouldn't quit. I would keep. Although I do want to grow this quick. So we'll see what Instagram does. Instagram's still trying to post that. So we'll see what it ends up posting. Good learning experience. Good learning experience. So yeah, I'm also contemplating going on that group cruise in 2027 that y'all trying to plan. Um, obviously the budget is the issue with that one. But again, if I push this business hard, I have free time now to work on it. So I start pushing it as a business and not as a hobby. Um, it might be plausible for me to join on that one. I want to. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try. Not booking it just yet. You got to figure stuff out first, but making my first little few bucks off of YouTube come next month. Earnings should be finalized within the next few days. It was looking like I made $100 off of just YouTube videos that I've made in the past. So that's $100 to start with, and hopefully keep doing it. I could do more, which is another reason I'm planning to do live streams, because I'm hoping if I do some live streams, I will be able to increase that money via that, as well as keeping making videos. So I'll make a lot more YouTube videos. So I've been trying to average one long form YouTube video a week. Now I'm gonna do two. One of my usual review slash tip slash tour video, depending on wherever it happens that week. I'll do one of those, as well as at least one cruise news video. with cruise events that happened in the past week. Um, and any special big announcements that happen. Like tomorrow, Margaritaville Sea is going to make an announcement about the new ship. They already told us where it's going. I'm pretty sure this next announcement is going to be about more about the ship itself, what venues are, what the new venues are, stuff like that. Maybe some mock-up previews of what it's going to look like. So hopefully find out that tomorrow, which means I'll probably make a video about that tomorrow and maybe published either tomorrow evening or the following day. More likely the following day. But I may make a quick, super short video just to get the announcement on a short / TikTok, and maybe the full announcement on the following day if I'm able to record. Maybe tomorrow. It just depends on the timing of everything. My goal is to do by tomorrow, but that's kind of a short deadline. But I have more time than usual to do it, so I'm super excited about that. So we'll see exactly what Margaritaville Sea has in store, because that is shockingly my second favorite cruise line. The third favorite cruise line, and I was going to make a lot of people upset. Royal Caribbean. I know a lot of people are going to hate that. Sorry, not sorry. Royal Caribbean, great cruise line. However, my one big beef with that is, one, I had my kids with me on that cruise, and the kids club was always full. So I couldn't truly experience what the life was on Royal Caribbean. So I can't rate it the best or among the best if I never experienced the whole ship. Also, I went one of the older ships, the Mariner of the Seas, which is a great ship. However, it lacks some of the features that the Oasis and Icon class have. And I feel like Royal Caribbean would be higher on my list, potentially higher on my list, if I go on an Icon or Oasis class ship. Because they have a lot more features, like the water theater, aqua theater is what they call it. I think stuff like that and some other events on the bigger ships are going to be amazing, and they may overtake it. But between the fact that I hadn't been on that class of ship, I couldn't experience the nightlife, and it was more relaxing than Carnival. I want something more exciting. And my least favorite cruise line I've been on, again, it's going to be shocking, is Princess. Princess is the best in a lot of things on cruises. They have the best specialty dining, hands down. Specialty dining is the best, no comparison. Their paid pizza is the best. Their steakhouse is the best. Their service is by far the best. Most cruise lines, you get your room cleaned once, maybe twice a day if you're lucky. Princess, I counted one time they cleaned my room 8 times in a day. They have a medallion, which is amazing. You just scan your wrist against the door, and it opens up. And like, you don't have to put it on the door. It's like you're 5 feet from the door. It knows you're there and unlocks for you. So it's very convenient. Service, and again, with that, they know when you're in your room and when you're not in your room, because it tracks you. So every time you leave your room, they come and clean it. So my room was spotless 24/7. Their shows are by far the best. Their production shows, they could tell they invest so much money into that, so much work, so much effort into the stage, and it's amazing. There's no comparison. So with all those plus and Princess, you would think I would rate it the #1 cruise line. However, it's my least favorite just because it's too relaxing for me. There's no nightlife there. I mean, they have a jazz bar, which is great. I loved it. It was fun to go to, but it wasn't a party. I wanted a party. And even the New Year's party, which I went to because it was a New Year's cruise, the New Year's party was just eh. So that's why. It's just because they had no party vibe. Everything else, they're amazing on. that's just what I want for the cruise. But for people who are looking for that kind of thing, it is by far the best in a lot of things. It just I don't want to party on the cruise. Even if I'm not participating in the party, I still would want to watch one. I would want to. So. All right. So let's go ahead and end this on TikTok. Unless I got two messages. Is that just saying people joined, or was that a legit question? No, there's people joining. So end this on TikTok. I'll keep YouTube going for a little bit. Oh, there goes my phone. All right. Weekly challenges. Go live on 2 separate days. Okay, cool. Oh, because I'm still alive. That's why I think counted my live for now. Cool. I was hoping to clip one of those. Oops, hit the wrong button. That would have been a funny clip. I'm pretty sure if I truly wanted to, I could clip it off of YouTube. Let's see how Instagram ever finished what I was trying to do on it. Probably not. It's still going. Let's plug this phone in. So we can charge a little bit before I go bye-bye.
Breakthrough. And then
All right. Welcome off YouTube. See how ending a stream on YouTube works, and I can screen share on YouTube. Let's screen share for a moment and see what happens. I could do a tab, I could do a window, I could do an entire screen. Sure. Let's do entire screen, because I have nothing to hide. Cool. It's an infinite loop of my screen. I wonder if that's what I see, if that's what everyone sees. That's kind of cool looking, but that's totally not what I would want it to do. Okay, let's try this again. Let's do a window instead. This window. Let's share. Ends an infinite loop again. What is up with that? Let's test out tabs. Yes. It won't do the tab that I'm currently recording on. That's interesting. That is interesting. But that probably is less confusing. Oh, so even if I go back. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That is cool. So even if I'm on a different tab, it still shows the other tab that I chose that's screen recording. The person earlier, so I told is go to the main screen, click down, click on my Amazon store, then it goes to my website there. You can see all the videos that I made. Cool, cool, cool. Right now, how do I stop sharing? Cool. Now I know how to screen share on here. Yeah, that's what I saw. It was like an endless loops of screens. Now, I'm not sure if you're on a delay, because a lot of screens in my time was like a whole minute ago, maybe less than a minute, maybe 30 seconds ago. So I wonder if you saw an ad that put you behind the live. So if that's the case, that's something to consider of why some of these are late. Just thinking out loud. Cool. What's a goal? Let's do a goal. Pick a goal. No, do not reload. I want one super chat of light blue or higher. And the next 15 minutes. Now, I do not expect anyone to do this. I just want to say, hey, let's celebrate testing this feature out. Ha, ha, ha. Start goal. What happens? Let's see what happens. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Goal. Your live goal has been shared with the audience. See goal. Ends in 15 minutes. Testing this feature out. One light blue super chat. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, because I'm figuring all these features out. And actually, this is just cool. I continue. I haven't played these 3 dots. Learn more. It explains the video. Cool. Yes, that was the first attempt. Okay, yeah, so that means that there is a cool little delay. Let's find Dizzles. There's a chat feature on the right. My emojis. I forgot I made this. I totally made this like 6 months ago. I did not know where it went. So I made, for people who are subscribed to my YouTube channel and you have, what you call it, YouTube has a feature where you could not subscribe to a channel, but there's another like community to where you pay to be a part of a community on YouTube. You get extra features if you're joining someone's community. And I set that up a while back when I first got to the first of the monetization, and I signed up to make custom emojis. And I made a few custom emojis. I did not, and I uploaded it and saved it, and I did not know if it worked because I could not figure out how to use the emojis. I couldn't find them once I uploaded to YouTube. I just found them, and they work. In the comments, the chat area, I just posted a picture of a cruise ship and a beach. That is not a publicly available emoticon. That's one that I made about 6 months ago that I completely forgot that I made. Trying to try this out, but since I had no community or paid community members or whatever it's called, I should learn the actual term. I don't have any members of that, so I haven't used it. I didn't know how to test it out to see if it actually worked or not. And I just tested it out, and it worked. I forgot I did it. That's pretty cool. I'm excited. Which would be fun here. This was on Facebook still. I'm not streaming on Facebook anymore, so no one's. But YouTube is seeing me excited for that. That was cool. Super chat. Super sticker. Super chat. Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Let's first start with a poll. Am I awesome? Duh. Yeah, man. Or nah, man. Why not? Playing with some features here. Now, what other features do we got? Start Q&A. What does this Q&A feature do? Start. Can I do a poll and a Q&A at the same time? I sure can. However, I think it totally messed up my chat box by doing both at the same time. Let's go live chat. Okay, no, that's how I get that back. Cool dizzles for shizzles. I liked my own live stream. Yay. At least I think that's what I did. It's a little heart there. But my likes not going up. It doesn't count my own likes. That would make sense. Community moderation. I'm cool dizzles with no community moderation at this time. Timestamps. Ooh, why not? Timestamp. Top fan number 1 is Yolanda Salazar. Number 2 is Mrs. La 35. Number 3, Iron Day of 2496. A place for the fan center in the community. Top 3 special badge in a live chat. Resets every live stream. You collect XP by sending messages and super chats. Cool. Yay! Got my first poll. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll and just see what that looks like. Poll. Cool. Not difficult. A lot of fun. So I'd spend a whole hour at this point just being a fool and live streaming. This will be interesting though. What happens when I end the live stream? Let's first hit edit. Oh, edit's about, okay, that. Cool. Let's edit this feature, this feature. All right, cool. Which I should have asked you earlier is see if you could write down the Q&A feature, because I'm assuming the Q&A features what is I wrote in there, which I'm assuming you could write something in that Q&A, like can ask a question. You can ask a question and did I answer it, or answer a question and y'all type the answer it. So try that out. I ended my live poll, but I have a Q&A section on right now. If you're able to type something in that Q&A, try it. I'm not sure if that Q&A is, I put what does this Q&A feature do with no question mark, because apparently I have no, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? No punctuation at the moment for some reason. My bad. I'm not sure if that's you responding to the question that I wrote, or that's you asking me a question and I can respond back in live. So if you're able to see what does this Q&A feature do, see what you could respond to that with. If it lets you type a response in or how that works. So I know how to use that in future lives. In worst case scenario, I could YouTube it and YouTube some guru who knows how to do that stuff and figure that out. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, chicka, boom, boom. I guess I should start cleaning some of this stuff up. I'll give it another minute or two to see. Maybe at the end Q&A to see what happens. I don't know. I'll leave it up for another few minutes before I'll do something with thought. I should have my in there. This in my pockets, my pockets, my pockets, my pockets. Let's go here. I'll place this here. On tomorrow, a chance for rain. It may rain tomorrow, according to my phone. All right, let's go ahead and click in this poll and see what it be doing. What it be doing. Let's click end. Let's remove all questions from the questions list. Okay, so that probably means you would write a question and I would respond. And those questions stay up as long as... I can share out live streams while live still too. Okay. Okie dokie then. I think I understand sufficiently how this live works on YouTube for the most part. Cool. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. So maybe on the next video live stream I'll be a little prettier. And I'll definitely look into the whole music thing. And I'll hop into my previous lives on ships and see what music was playing in the background and which ones were flagged for copyright and which ones aren't. Because I need to come up with a list that will not be flagged by YouTube. So I can have music in the background. Quite music in the background, of course. But still. That way it's not so silent. Alrighty, I'll see y'all later. But first, let's end this goal. Because why not? Remove the Q&A. Because why not? Click on... No, that's it. Cool. Peace out. See y'all later. The stream will stop immediately. You'll no longer be live. Yep, that's what I would like to do.